what is mean by storage type, what is the use of storage type. Clear? So depending on the storage type, there are four types of storage type. Depending of the storage type, what compiler knows, that is where is the storage location, what is the initial value of the variable, what is the accessibility of the variable, and what is the lifetime of an variable. Okay. So storage type is most important factor while considering static memory management, and that is the function of compiler. That is the function of compiler. Okay. So and actually we take one example of static, global, atto, and register. Okay, register is mostly used when any variable, if you want frequently, mostly in the loops. That chapter is second chapter. At that time, we can assign storage type to the variable as a register type. Okay, so what is the use of register? If you give the register as storage type to any variable, then faster accessing of the value in that variable. Okay, for that purpose we can store the variable in the register, but if possible, because registers are limited in number. Actually it is 14 or 16 general purpose register. So today we will see next point, that is operator and expressions. So what is operator? What is operator? Operator is any entity which performs operations on operands. Okay, what is operator? Operator is an entity, or it is also called as token, or it is also called as lexical unit. So operator is nothing but the token which perform operations on operands. Clear? So there are different types of operators. Basically operators are divided into three types. Basically, that is unary operator, binary operator, and ternary operators. Okay, so what is the logic behind that? If operator performs operation on single operand, then it is called as unary operator. If operator performs operation on two operands, then it is called as binary operator. And if operator performs operation on three operands, three different operands, then that type of operator is called as ternary operator. Okay, so in C language, unary operators and ternary operators are limited in numbers. Almost all operators are binary one. Clear? Okay, that is mostly operator performs operation on two operands. So this is one type of category of operators. Again, operators are divided into number of types. So first type is arithmetic operators. Second type, unary operator. Third type, logical operator. Okay, don't write anything. Okay, everything is available on Moodle. Okay, now accounts are there. So we upload everything on Moodle. You can download it from that. Okay, just concentrate and remember what is the meaning of concepts. Okay, that is the most important part. Lots of data. There are 500, 1000 above books are there available in market for different authors. Okay, myself I have lots of notes on C language. Okay, so just concentrate on the whatever may be the concepts. Okay, so there are different types of operators.
3018.
Then
3018.
conditional operator. Okay. Fifth one, bitwise operator. Sixth one, comparison type of operator. 7, ternary operator. 8 one, miscellaneous type of operators. For example, size of operators. Okay, so there are number of different operators. Okay, again these are categorized into different unary, binary. Clear? Arithmetic operators, binary. Unary operators contains plus plus minus minus. Okay, that we will see later on. Logical operator, conditional, bitwise, comparison, ternary, and size of. That is miscellaneous type of operators. Okay, so first arithmetic operators: plus, minus, division, mod, multiplication. These are arithmetic operators. Okay, we can take the example of that addition, how to multiply. Okay, so only remaining is or new is mod operator. It is called as mod operator or modulus operator. So what is the use of that operator? Mod operator and division operator. These are two different operators in C language. Okay, mathematically you use that mod operator for the division also. But here these two are different ones. So what is the use of that? So take one example. Void main. All these arithmetic operators are binary ones. Okay. So first take variable a having value 10. Just take statically values. Okay. Or dynamically when user enters the value at the runtime using scanf statement. That is runtime. You can assign the values to the variable. Okay. But for this purpose, studying of different types of operators, we take the simply static variables. Okay, values assigned to variable statically at the time of compilation. So these are static. Okay, integer b is equal to suppose 2. These are two variables. Okay, next one. What we want? We want to divide and mod of two variables. So what it returns? Division operator returns quotient. Quotient means भागाकार. Clear? 10 भागिले 2. What is the quotient? 5. Clear? भागाकार. And what mod operator returns? Mod operator returns reminder. What it returns? It returns reminder. म्हणजे बाकी किती राहते. For example, a divided by b, this operator returns some value. We catch that value into suppose variable division. Okay. Next, a mod b returns some value. We can store it in reminder. Okay, what is the reminder of that? So when we use this variable, we must declare it. So declare it integer, division, comma, reminder. Okay, clear? So these are two variables. We store whatever may be the value written by division operator, whatever may be the value written by mod operator. So print it using printf function. So printf division is equal to percentage d. Okay. So where you store the division in div operator variable. So comma. Okay. So whatever may be the in double quotes in printf, that much value is displayed on your text mode window, or it is also called as console. So whatever may be the value, but if there is a formatting type, This is not displayed on as it is on the console or text mode window. What it returns? It returns value assigned to that percentage D. Okay, that value is taken from comma. After comma, there is the name of the variable. So value is taken from this variable and assigned to percentage D, and that the value is displayed on that text message is displayed on your screen console. Okay. So next is printed. Reminder is equal to percentage D, comma, where this value is stored in string variable. So get ch and main function. Okay. So when you run this program, first include all the types of header files which are required for your program, mostly con.io and stdio.h. Okay, and run it. After running this program, what is the output? Division is equal to 5 and remainder is equal to 0. Clear? Again, we change the values A, say B different, and again run this program. What is the expected output? Division is equal to 3, not 3 point whatever may be the, because the division value is in the int. So whatever may be the only int part, that is assigned to the division variable. If you write float, okay, then whatever may be the result in float, but either of that one variable must be float type. Clear? Then only that value is written in the float, that is decimal point and whatever may be the 3.3, whatever may be the result. So here only division is equal to now 3, म्हणजेच पूर्ण भाग. Clear? And remainder is equal to 1. So what is the use? Mod operator is most very important operator as far the logical constraint is there. Whenever there is a logical problem statement, at that time we have to use mod as well as division. Okay, so these are two different operators which returns quotient, one returns quotient and one returns remainder. Okay, so this is arithmetic operators. Again, all others are same. Multiply is used for multiplication of two operands, addition for addition of two operands, and division subtraction operator. So these are important. These are easy to understand. Only two are different, that is division and mod operator. So understand the difference between that. Clear? Okay. So next, most important, that is unary operator. So what is unary operator? Minus minus. Okay, and second one is plus plus. Okay, these are two unary operators. Okay, again these are categorized into two types, pre and post. Again these are categorized into pre and post. This minus minus is called as decrement operator and plus plus is called as incremental unary operator. Again use the word pre incremental unary operator, post incremental unary operator. Clear how it is? Okay, or decrement, pre decrement unary operator, post decrement unary operator. So what is the use of unary operator? Unary operator, that is, it works on only one operand, single operand. Clear? So whatever may be the operand, let's see, this is an operator, so which performs operation on two operands A and B. If there is no one operand is absent, then it gives you syntactical error. Clear? Because it is binary operator. Similarly, unary operator performs operation on single operand. So what is, how it works? Take same example. This is a variable A having value assigned. It is assigned. That is initialization of the variable. It assigns the value 10 to variable A. Whatever may be the data type, where it is stored, these are the memory management concepts, and that is actually handled by compiler for you. Okay. But what is the basics? You know that. Otherwise, what type of, if it is static, when to use static variable, when to use auto, when to use global, that is our decisions as per our requirement. Okay, what is the requirement of end user, what it requires. Okay, that software is developed by us, that is user programmer. So programmer knows which type of variable, data types, their storage types, okay, as per user's requirement. So in A is equal to 10, it is a local one. What is use of, suppose I declare again one variable B. This is another variable B. Clear? So B is equal to plus plus. So plus plus is a increment operator, return first to the operand. Now it is a flexible. Plus plus is a unary operator. You can write before operand or after operand. So if it is right before the operand, then it is called as the pre-incremental unary operator. Clear? So after that, okay, this is the point. So just printf A is equal to percentage E, comma A. On second line, printf B is equal to percentage E, comma B. Get ch to freeze the console. Main function complete. Clear? So this is our code of our program. Okay, save this file using pre-increment.c. Save it on your folder, run, compile it and run it. After compilation, okay, if there is no syntactical error, you can run it. What is the expected output of this program? Whatever may be written in the printf, that much values are displayed on your text mode window or console. So what is the output? A is equal to
10.
Okay, so we just check it out. Two variables are there. Which type? That is data type int. So 2 bytes are reserved. Okay, by compiler. Initial value of A is, both storage size is auto. So initial value is garbage, but A is having its own value 10. So garbage value is overwrite by 10. And what is the value of B? Garbage. So we cannot predict it. It may be anything, but it is between the range plus 32,767 and minus 32,768. Between that. Okay, you मागच सांगितले look back at tracing, how it works. Clear? When you add the value more than that, because it is signed integer. Again, int means signed integer. Last bit is reserved for sign. 0 for positive, 1 for negative. Okay? And if you write here unsigned, then that variable becomes unsigned variable. Last bit is reserved for, not for sign, it is reserved for data, storing the data. So again its range becomes more, 0 to 65556 something like that. 65,000 पेक्षा जास्त रेंज होते. म्हणजे you can store that number, variable number in, लक्षात आहे का, रेंज मधला तुम्ही ठेवू शकता. For that, data type is most important. How many bytes are reserved? For example, in Java, for int, 4 bytes are also reserved. So 4 bytes means huge data. So range get exceeds more. Clear? That is the basic logic. So both are stored on the RAM. On which partition? Stack partition. Initial value 10. After that, garbage. We don't predict it. Okay. So some address is there 100 and here 102. Only I write base address of the variable. Base address. A's base address 100 म्हणजे 100 and 101. 2 bytes are reserved for A type of variable. B his base address is 102 and 103. Clear? Only I write base address of that block. What is the base address? Clear? So after compilation first, okay, F7 for debugging, first line is executed. Then F7, second line is executed. F7, third line is executed. F7, fourth line is executed. Now, what is the value? Expected value. Okay, it is somewhat different. Okay, so what is your answer? What is A is equal to?
10.
A is equal to
10.
10. Okay, so here A is equal to 10. This is your predicted value. What is the value of B?
11. 11.
Value of B 11. Okay, so this is the your predicted output. Any other? Okay, so how it works? Okay, here A is equal to 11 and B is also equal to 11. That is the exact output, correct output. So how it works? Okay, so basically मी काय सांगतो, ज्याला लँग्वेज शिकायची आहे तरी जंप मारायची, ज्याला असं वाटतं की मला खूप येतं, काही येत नसतं, ठीक आहे, तुम्ही माझ्याकडे या, मी तुम्हाला सांगतो बरोबर कसं येतं तुम्हाला. खरं सांगतो, कारण का माहिती आहे का, पहिली गोष्ट म्हणजे तुम्ही कधीही मी खूप हे आहे असं म्हणायचंच नाही, कारण खूप वाव आहे शिकण्यासाठी. आलं लक्षात? सी लँग्वेज मध्ये प्रचंड वाव आहे, इतके प्रचंड प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत की आपल्याला वाटतं येस इट इज द आन्सर बट इट इज नॉट करेक्ट. आणि एखादा आन्सर जरी करेक्ट आलं तरी तुम्हाला जर बेसिक्स माहित असतील तर पुढच्या क्वेश्चनचं त्याच टाईपच्या एक्झॅक्ट आन्सर देऊ शकता. जर तुम्हाला बेसिक्स माहित नसतील तर तुम्ही काही अंदाज पण एखादं बरोबर येतं, कधी येत नाही. क्लिअर? त्यासाठी क्लिअर्स द बेसिक्स. सो हाऊ इट वर्क्स? सो दिस इज अ स्टेटमेंट. ओके, this is shorthand notation or shorthand expression. Clear? It is not a big hand, it is shorthand, and compiler does not understand the meaning of shorthand notations. Compiler ला shorthand notations कळत नाहीत. मी ते सांगितलं. What is compiler's role? It is an interpreter or it is a language translator. First, जर त्या language translator ला त्याने इंग्लिश ग्रामॅटिकल शिकले असेल तर आपल्याला तसंच बोलावं लागेल. शॉर्टकट मध्ये बोललो तर त्यालाच कळणार नाही ट्रान्सलेटरला. तुम्हाला काय सांगेल? तू मराठी, मी तुम्हाला कन्नडचं एक्झाम्पल सांगितलं, समजतं? जसं इंग्लिशचा इकडे यूएसचा कोण जर ऑथर आणून इथं शिकवायला लागला, समजतंय, त्याच्या मदर टंग मध्ये तो शिकवणार, ग्रामॅटिकली नाही, तो शॉर्टकट वगैरे वापरणार, जसं मी मराठीत वापरतोय. क्लिअर? तर तुम्हाला ते पूर्ण कळत नाही, 60-70% अंडरस्टँड होते ज्याला चांगलं इंग्लिश येते त्याला. समजतंय का? क्लिअर? तर ट्रान्सलेटरला नेहमीच काय लागतं? शॉर्ट हँड नोटेशन कळत नाही, त्याला बिग हँड ॲज इट इज ग्रामॅटिकल जसे आहेत तसेच द्यावं लागतं. दिस इज अ शॉर्ट हँड नोटेशन ॲक्च्युअली. सो इट इज अ वन स्टेटमेंट, बट ॲक्च्युअली इट इज नॉट अ वन स्टेटमेंट, इट इज अ टू स्टेटमेंट्स. क्लिअर? दिस इज अ टू स्टेटमेंट. सो बेसिक मीनिंग ऑफ प्लस प्लस ए और ए प्लस प्लस इज इक्वल टू ए प्लस 1. ए प्लस, what is the meaning of both? Pre or post? No doubt. Both meaning is a plus 1. But whatever may be the value in variable a, you can increment that value by 1. Whatever may be value stored in the a, you can increment it by 1. That is only the meaning. Clear? But it is somewhat confusing. So how it works? It is a shorthand notation. So first, before we submit that file to the compiler, we can expand that code. So whose function is that? Expanding the code. Who expands the code before we submitting the document to the compiler? Preprocessor. Okay, it is the work of preprocessor. What is the work of preprocessor? Preprocessor expands your code in the same language. In C languages only expand it. Okay, so hash include preprocessor directive. it adds the definition of whatever may be the built-in function you have used in your code. जे काही फंक्शन तुम्ही यूज केलेले आहे त्यांचे डेफिनेशन ऍड करण्याचं काम कोण करतं? कंपाइलर, प्रीप्रोसेसर. So hash include is called as preprocessor directives. Okay, clear? As well as again one additional work of preprocessor, that is to expand the code. Shorthand notation, whenever there is a shorthand notation in your source code, to make it a longhand or make it a broader or simplify it. Okay, so compiler understands the meaning of that. So this is a shorthand notation. Compiler does not understand it. So before that, the work of preprocessor is to expand the code. Okay. So how it will expand it? Okay. So this line is single line, but before submitting to the compiler, preprocessor expands it. How? So what is the meaning of plus plus a?
A plus.
Its meaning is fixed. A is equal to plus plus a is equal to a plus a, means, or again I will simplify it. This is a is equal to a plus, add 1 to the a and assign to the a itself. So before, if a's value is 10 plus 1 11 and assign to the same variable a. This is the meaning. Okay. So this is single line. It is expanded into 2 lines by preprocessor. Okay, and then it submit to the compiler. So what is the plus plus a? So its meaning is a is equal to a plus 1. Okay, and b, assign the value to the b is equal to a. Whatever may be the value of a is assigned to the b. That is the assignment operators. Whatever may the value of the left hand side is assigned to the right hand side. Your right hand side is assigned to the left hand side. Clear? So first, it is pre-increment or post-increment? Pre-increment. So whatever may be the a is equal to a plus 1, this statement is added first because it is pre-increment operator, and then b is equal to, what is the statement? Statement is b is equal to plus plus a. Okay, so preprocessor expands it into these 2 lines. Now it is simplified. Compiler understands, and your answer is also correct if you know this point. This is plus plus, that is pre-increment. So meaning of plus plus a is what? A is equal to a plus 1. But where to add the statement? Prior to assignment or after the assignment? Okay, so plus plus pre आहे, त्यामुळे what is a is equal to a plus 1 assign to first, and then b is equal to a. Then whatever value in a is assigned to variable b. So what is the output? It is simple one. Now 10 is returned here. 10 plus 1, what is the value? 11. 11 is assigned, that is it is reflected again to the memory. Second one, a, whatever may be the value in the RAM, current is fetched to the a. 11 is assigned to b. So whatever may be the garbage value is override by 11. So what is the predicted output?
11.
Okay, so sometimes you not knows basic, but काय म्हणतो आपण ते दगड लागला, बरोबर आहे, तसं होतं. आन्सर बरोबर पण येतं, तुम्हाला वाटतं ओके मला नॉलेज आहे, नाही. बेसिक जे काही गोष्टी आहेत ना त्या क्लिअर पाहिजे. मग तो कोणीही असू दे, जोपर्यंत बेसिक्स क्लिअर होत नाही त्याच्याबद्दल मी खूप मोठे ऍडिशन मल्टिप्लिकेशन करून दिलं की सगळं चुकणार. पण ज्याला बेसिक्स माहिती आहेत, हाऊ इट वर्क्स एक्झॅक्टली, देन देयर इज नो कन्फ्युजन. आलं लक्षात? कळतंय का? एक्सपांड करण्याचं काम प्रीप्रोसेसर आहे, पण प्रीप्रोसेसर कसं करतो हे आपल्याला कळलं पाहिजे ॲज अ प्रोग्रामर. क्लिअर? एनी डाउट्स? ओके, सो जस्ट चेंज द कोड. b is equal to, so now what is the expected output? It is not same. What is that? a is equal to 10, b is equal to 11. So just check. b is equal to a plus plus. So what is the a plus plus? A is equal to a plus 1. Okay, but where to add? Before first assign b is equal to a, whatever may be the previous value in the a, assign to b, then a is equal to a plus 1. These two lines are added instead of this, and this work is done by preprocessor. Clear? So it is simple one. Initial value of a is 10, so here b is assigned value. B, what is the value of b? Initial value of a is 10, initial garbage. Third line is executed, that is b is equal to a. Whatever may be the value of a is assigned to the b, that is 10. Next, a is equal to a plus 1, that is 10 plus 1, that is 11. And when you print the statements after this statement get executed, so what is the a? Value of a taken from RAM, that is 11. So this is wrong. A's value is 11, and what is the b's value? 10. This is post increment output, and this is pre incremental output. Okay? Any doubts? Clear? So how actually preprocessor works? If there is any shorthand notation in your source code that get expanded by preprocessor, and this file is submitted to compiler, and then compiler knows everything. Otherwise, compiler does not know the meaning of shorthand notation. So there is a preprocessor for that. Clear? Understand? ओके, आता कन्फ्युज होणार नाही. मग तुम्ही काहीही करा, मग त्याच्यावर कुठलं अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेशन अजून +10 +20, इफ यू नोज द बेसिक्स देन नो प्रॉब्लेम. ओके, इफ देयर इज एनी a plus a, this is also valid. So a plus 10. So first, what is the basics? This is the post. So b is equal to a plus 10, a is equal to a plus 1. If you understand this, then no problem, no confusion is there. Whatever may be the expression is there, multiply by b plus plus again, or whatever may be, you can easily understand that problem. Okay, all these are concerned to GATE exam also for CSC students, or there are lots of C competitions in January, February, March. Lots of colleges arrange C language contest everywhere, in our college also, in CS department also. Lots of them, because C is the most important language. Okay, and there is the most confusing part. If you understand basics, then only that question is solvable. Otherwise, always there is some mistakes.